Hey man, say man, what it do? It's the Freestyle King Lil Flip, aka Flip Mayweather. Check me out on the Bootleg Kev podcast. Exotic Pop. Yiddy. Hold up.
Bootleg Kev Show, special guest. We have got the H-Town legend himself, Lil Flip in the building, man. Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Hey.
What's good, bro?
Love the place, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Congrats on everything.
Thank you, man. How's everything going with you?
I've been blessed. How you doing?
I can't complain, man.
Hey, I woke up today, so
yeah.
I tell everybody that's a hell of a great start.
That is a great start. Well, first of all, what's going on? Like, what's the latest and greatest in Lil Flip's world? What have you been doing? What have you been working on? I know you always got businesses you're starting and all kinds of shit going on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's all I do. Let's see. Besides being an owner of Exotic Pop,
which is everywhere.
That I'm doing a lot of stuff in the Metaverse. I got a concert coming up in the Metaverse, August 14th, and then me and Zero, we just got done with Kings of the South Part 2. I dropped Flip Mayweather. I got I guess I'll announce it here.
Okay.
I got a show coming where we're going to discover the next big thing.
Like a talent, reality show?
Yes. And we want the next, like it's always one of ones, but legendary stuff. We're not looking for regional. We want the next stadium filler.
What is the platform that it'll be on?
Well, that's the only thing that we're.
So you're gonna film it first and then shop it around, or?
Well, we already have things in place already.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Shout out to King Lee, my business partner. But we got some stuff going. So the Metaverse, the apps, the Exotic Pops.
How did you get involved with Exotic Pop?
Well, the other owner, Charleston, he's from Houston.
Okay.
And he grew up on my music. We grew up in the same area, and he's like, man, I got this soda company thing I'm doing. What's up? And so I'm like, man, I'm down. And so we just put our heads together, and Keelan and the Cool Cup Juice, and we just been.
Yeah, because any smoke shop you go into, or obviously liquor stores too. There's because Exotic Pop. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are giving artists their own sodas, right?
Correct. Right. Give them other streams of income.
Right. Who are some of the artists that have their own soda? I know Mac Dre's got his. When I was in the Bay, we tried it.
Yeah. Rest in peace. That's one of my favorite ones. The bubblegum.
Okay.
Rest in peace to Mac Dre. Man, we did one with Rob Kardashian. We did one with Drake's dad, 21 Savage, and Metro Boomin.
Damn.
We gave Sauce Walker his own water. I got cream soda, and I have a green apple Cool Cup Juice. Man, there's so many artists, man, but the legends like DJ Screw, Big Mo, Fat Pat, like all the legends who are not here, Big Hawk, we help their families with the money. And each soda that we sell, on the back of it, it says a percentage of it goes to the community. So wherever the artists are from, we do a lot of stuff with the community, with the kids. And I'm actually putting out a mixtape August 14th called The Art of Freestyle, where I'm rapping over my favorite Big Mo beats.
Oh, shit.
My favorite Fat Pat beats. So I sat down with D-Rec, the owner of all these masters, and I'm like, hey, bro.
You got him cleared.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I want to rap on these classic beats and put them out. And, so we talked about the biz, but it's crazy. And because I feel like the people who came before me, it's on me to make sure while I'm still here that their names live on. You know what I mean? Because they did so much for me, and nobody knows when we go. So it's on me. It's on Flip everywhere I go to make sure DJ Screw, Pimp C, Big Mo, Hawk, Fat Pat, all these different people that are from where I'm from, that we hold to high regard the same way people hold Big and Pac, or
even a guy like Mac Dre in the Bay.
Exactly. Yeah. So we go keep pushing it.
How did you initially? Because I remember when you came out, the first thing I remember was you having your own cereal with the Leprechaun project, and then obviously it was oh shit, there's this guy who's got his own cereal. Yeah. I was living in Arizona at the time, so I didn't know much about the Houston scene outside of like Rap-A-Lot and Scarface and obviously UGK, they're from Port Arthur, but in terms of like the screwed up shit, just that whole kind of wave, I really didn't get super hip to until, you know, it really went commercial. And, you know, when you and Mike Jones and Paul Wall and everybody had their wave, you know? So how did you like initially kind of get into the game? And like, I know like nationally, was that kind of like your first big look, the Leprechaun shit?
Yeah, well, the Leprechaun was my first solo album. So the difference is, one of the other reasons why I call myself Philip Mayweather is because I'm born into music, just like he was born into boxing. So a lot of artists, they started rapping and doing music as, you know, 15, high school, you know, like if you're born in my house, you doing music.
Gotcha.
So I already knew the industry. I sung in the choir, rapped, did talent shows, used to rap battle, play the piano, drums, learning the guitar, was in film, acting class, etiquette class, media training. So I was already ready for the industry, man. And the Leprechaun, I put that out after I did a group album called HSC, which stands for Hustler Stacking Ends. But prior to that, I had a few other groups that I was in that I started. And man, I just knew if I had a person like Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot, by the way, free Larry Hoover, you did.
Yep.
Like if I had somebody like that as my mentor in my same city to study the blueprint, so I just sit back like, okay, this the way you market yourself. This the way you don't take no for an answer. This is the way you invest in your own money and time. You do it your way. So seeing them come through, you know, clubs and come through the neighborhoods in the double R's and the Rolls Royces, like since I was young and watched Richie Rich, I already knew Rolls Royces was for me.
Right.
I got it tatted on me somewhere. I don't know, the double R is right here, the logo. But so I had the perfect blueprint to watch how Rap-A-Lot, you know, like this man had a car lot and then turned it into like music business and you know, had the Ghetto Boys everywhere and just different artists and putting out these albums and coming to car shows, displaying all their cars and showing up to the shows, 50 deep, everybody all in black. Like it was just like a big thing. So I basically was a sponge, being able to balance what I learned from my family, my dad, my grandparents, my mom, and then DJ Screw. Then it was like I was learning from Jay Prince as well. So we put out the HSC album, put that out. Rest in peace to Jason, he died. He's on the HSC album, my high school homie. And then after that, when we put it out, fans was like, man, we wanted a Flip solo album. Why would you put the group out and you're the hottest thing in the streets? But I've always been one of them people that like to try to bring people with me. You know what I mean? That was how I was raised. Like if you have more than the next person, hey, I'm not gonna sit and eat a steak and you don't have nothing. I'll just cut my shit in half and give you half of my steak. Like that's the type of person I am. And so I did that. And that was one of the best decisions because it allowed me to record the Leprechaun album. And what happened, the first album we put out, the group album, HSC, we did pretty cool, you know what I mean? But it was so many people on the label, the amount of money that it was making, and then I'm the marquee artist, it just wasn't enough.
Sense.
Right. And everybody wants to see me. Right. So it's like, I'm like, but I still want my guys like with me, you know what I mean? So the Leprechaun album, I wrote half of it and I freestyle half of it. And half of that album, like I was like literally still in the trap with my homie Taz. Rest in peace to Taz. That's my guy. Like literally making an album, making plays, you know, in the front room, with, you know, with the shotgun, you know, in the front room with the NATO, the AK, like literally making plays and in between playing, you know, PlayStation and writing raps and constructing my Leprechaun album. So I was able to really have fun, and I Can Do That was a single. We put that shit out. It did crazy.
Did that come out on Rap-A-Lot?
No,
that was just straight indie.
Yeah, I partnered up with a guy named Hump, and we well, Sucker Free was like a concert. It was an entertainment company at first, and I partnered up with him because he was one of my childhood.
I remember that. I remember the Sucker Free shit.
Yeah. So my dad, he was one of my dad's childhood friends, and I'm like, all right, hey, let's turn it to a record label. You be the CEO, I be the CEO, and So we put it out, did well, independent, and a lot of people don't know when you put out a double album, it count as twice.
There's two, yep.
Right. So like people like, Pac and Biggie, when they, they go down.
Life After Death, all that, yeah, they sold 5 million
they sold 5
units,
million.
but it counts as two.
It counts as two. So 8 Ball, one of my favorite
He had the triple
rappers,
album.
Yeah, the triple album called Lost. So I'm like, damn, all he got to sell is 1/3 of $500,000.
And it's platinum.
And he's gold, you know what I mean?
Or true. Yeah, to get the gold plaque, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and it ended up selling, $1 million plus. So he ended up going triple platinum. A lot of people don't know 8 Ball Lost is like triple platinum.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so and in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm a sponge. So I studied rap a lot. I studied Swisha House. I studied everything, and then I implement my own, final version of what I've learned from everybody. Put that shit out. So a lot of record was doing mixtape. A lot of records. Mixtapes, pulling out. Everybody was like, why are you rapping on these beats and putting them out? You should focus on real stuff. I'm like, nah, this is what DJ Screw taught me. This is what I come from. So people started seeing we would pull up to towns and we picking up show money, and hell, I'm picking up mixtape money. The mixtape money, hell, at times it was 2 times more than the show money. So I'm dropping off boxes, 500.
You're just like dropping off at the local spots.
Music Mania was a spot in Austin. Crazy place. It was
a record store?
Yes, bro, right next to Active Athlete. And bro, I pull up, cash out, $15K here, $20K here.
Damn, those are good old days, huh?
Come back to Austin 3 months later. By that time, I got a new mixtape out, repeat. So I had a place in Austin, a place in Dallas, Tea Time Music, a place in Tyler. And
wow.
Those were like my main 3 hubs of where I knew I could go pick up 5K here, 10K here.
Just dropping off some product.
Bro, it was the easiest shit. And so I'm like, y'all calling me stupid, but y'all wondering how I'm selling all these records and how everybody wants to see me is because I'm just giving this shit away. Sometimes we were selling them as well.
Right.
So like to the retail people, I would sell them to them, but at the concerts, I would give them away. Right?
That's crazy. Hey, those were the good old days, though, man.
Hell yeah.
When you could just pull up and have like a relationship with the owner of a record store, and he believe in what you're doing, and then you turn that into instant monetary. It's crazy what the streaming shit is. Hey, we got to stop the interview real quick to tell you about our partners, our family at Odd Socks. Go to oddsocksofficial.com right now. And the promo code Bootleg Kev, it'll get you 20% off the flyest socks in the world. Fucking SpongeBob. Fucking Cheez-Its. A little bit of Pepsi. How about some underwear? Do we like underwear? ET boxers. Let's go ahead and just open up a pair of these boys so you can see how fly the draws are, ladies and gentlemen, because they are fly. By the way, they just gave me my own pair of Odd Socks. Go on my social media and you can see them. I don't know if they're going to be for sale because let's be honest. Who wants to wear socks with my fucking ugly face on them besides my wife? And she don't even want to wear them. There we go. Woo! They got the draws. They got it all, man. Get the Odd Socks Basics, which I love, just the basic boys. These are amazing, comfy socks. OddSocksOfficial.com. Use the promo code BootlegKev. Save 20% off. Let's get back to the interview. Have you had any issues like adjusting to the streaming world, or do you feel like it benefits an artist like you that's independent that can just kind of drop freely, if you will?
Man, I'm one of them people like this, bro. I'm like, I'm not a stuck in my ways type of king, right? I hustle the dinosaur way, the modern way, and the future way. So I love it. I just embrace it. I still press up my physical copies and my wax for the DJs that like wax, and wax sales for pretty good money these days. So
yeah, people still buy vinyl. It's like almost like as a collector. They'd almost rather buy the vinyl than the CD because it feels like there's people buying vinyl don't even have a turntable to play it on. They just want to have it. Agreed.
And so yeah, that's where I'm at. And then like the things with the streams, like I say, the only downfall to the stream, like I'm not one of them OG haters. Like I'm like I fuck with the new cats, the new artists. My only concern with the streams is like this: how I compare it, right? I compared a stream to this. How back in the days you could go to a music store and listen to a whole album.
Yep, you used to go to Sam Goody and
right. You can jam it, whatever. All right. If you didn't buy it, you didn't get that sale, right?
Correct.
Like the artist didn't get that sale. So
Correct.
if you go to a car lot and you test drive a car and you don't buy it, the guy who's selling the car doesn't get credit for you test driving the car.
Right.
He gets credit for your sales. So just the way that they converted to like, yeah, this many streams, this means you're platinum.
Right.
But a sample to me is still not, it's like you can't lower the goalpost. It's how I look at it. No matter what.
Right.
Like any other business, if you sell pizza, if you only sell 20 pizzas, man, you only sold 20 pizzas.
Well, if you think about it, like with the playlist world, it's like you might throw a new playlist on that Spotify feeds you, whether it's like Rap Caviar or whatever. And even if the song plays for 30 seconds, you don't fuck with it, you hit next on the playlist, it still counts as a stream.
Right. So it's like sometimes a person that's able to be like, oh yeah, I went platinum, I got this many streams, and it creates a big head. Like a lot. Well,
also, like you'll really know if it's working if you can sell hard tickets.
Correct.
Because there's a lot of these artists who stream big numbers, but they can't go on tour.
Yeah, so it's so like I'm like on the fence with like just like 100%. Like, oh, I love it. Like it's dope that people all around the world can hear your music from the push of a button. But
and you can also upload shit from a push of a button. So it's kind of like back in the day, you had to go press up CDs, find distribution,
right,
to get like your shit all over the country in a record store.
Agreed, man.
So now it's like I just hit. There's no middleman.
Yeah, so like I embrace it. I'm one of them people. I adapt, man. What's going on? You know, plaques. Like I love. Like at my house and my studios, I got plaques and stuff on the wall that just inspires me, man. You know what I mean? So I fuck with this setup, though, man.
You the first like I guess your kind of coming out party, would you say would be like Underground Legend in terms of just like commercially national?
Correct.
Because what all was Game Over on that? Game Over was on the next album, right?
You Gotta Feel Me. The Way We Ball was the first.
You Gotta Feel Me was crazy. This is the way. Yeah, I forgot about The Way We Ball.
One video, multi-platinum off one video.
That's fucking crazy. Because was that a double album?
Yeah, all my albums are double albums.
I remember
most of the time.
What was the album where you were like kind of like in black on the cover? It came out. The Game Over remix was on there. I want to say.
Need Mine.
That shit was. There was a record on there. Fuck, that I loved, because I know that like. That was kind of, there wasn't like a super smash on that album, was there?
I wouldn't say it was a super smash.
But there was a record on that project that I fucking loved.
Yeah, it was like, I think I put What It Do was on there with Manny Fresh, and we put a little money behind it, but we didn't go hard.
I Need Mine. There was a couple of records on there that I loved. And
that was a part right there. I was actually like transitioning, leaving the label. So that's why it's like a version where it's one cover of me standing in front of Black, and then it's one version when I went to there was Warner Brothers. Like, I'm holding some money or some quick shit. I didn't really like that cover, but I put on the cover Free Zero, so that's what I was pushing, you know. So Welcome Home Zero. He been home for a minute.
He's been home for a while.
Yeah. But I did that. They were like, "You're gonna put Free somebody on your album cover?" I'm like, "Yeah."
This is Warner?
Yeah. Well, this was Sony. No. This was Warner. Just one person asked me, and I was like, yeah. They're like, it's not a mixtape. Listen, I know what I'm doing. Like, see, I never let a person like tell me what I can or can't do, especially when it comes to art. I'm one of those people, though. I will listen to your opinion. Like, I will listen. That doesn't mean I have to take it, but I will acknowledge it. And if it makes sense to me, I'm a rock with it.
Of course, yeah.
And that's how
You're open to input, open to information.
That's how I got where I'm at.
Yo, there was a period of time where you were popping up on a lot of G-Unit radio shit, the mixtapes back in the day. Was there ever any conversations where 50 was trying to sign you to G-Unit?
Man, me and 50, we talked about doing some business a few times. It never like happened. Like, I think mainly due to like scheduling and stuff, but we didn't specifically talk like on signing to, because see, no matter if I'm on TV or not, like I came in this industry as a CEO, so if I would ever do a deal with another artist, it would be a joint venture. It would be a partnership. I'll never ever be under anybody, and never have. Every album I ever put out, I was the CEO. So I was already taught as a kid, come in the game of CEO, be an artist. Don't let people tell you, oh, you should just focus on the music part and let us talk for you. And no, that's how you get robbed. That's how lawyers put
That's how you get those shitty deals.
Bruh, that's how lawyers, man, finesse you out of bread.
Especially the lawyers that like are suggested to you by the people you're signing to. Oh, you don't have a good lawyer? We got one for you.
Yeah, bro. Them motherfuckers. So I'm gonna talk for myself. I get the deal done way quicker when I talk for myself.
Did you ever have a situation where you got into a shitty deal like early on, like whether it was the Sony or the Warner situation? Because back in the day, those major label deals were fucking treacherous.
Thank God. I never got into a shitty deal. I've been in some deals where I got what I wanted or got what I asked for, but I looked out for somebody out of what I got, only to find out later that they had got a separate bag for themselves as well. So they dipped in the pot.
Double dipped.
They double dipped, but I still got what I want because at the end of the day, I think like a hustler. I get paid to talk, sing, make words rhyme, come up with witty shit, make a motherfucker say wow. It's people that talk all day that don't get paid for it. So I look at it like this, bro. Any amount of money that a motherfucker go pay me just to talk is a win. Now, when we go to my accolades and what I've accomplished, I know how to find the medium of, I know how to negotiate. My dad was a master car salesman, so I know how to play a sheep. I know how to play a wolf because at the end of the day, I'm a hustler. So at the end of the day, almost any amount of money that's respectable is not getting fucked over. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I've always known how to speak my mind because I grew up around older people. I'm the youngest in the screwed up clique, but I'm not afraid to speak my mind. If an OG or somebody did something to me that I felt like they slighted me and it was wrong, I'm gonna address it. Now I know how to approach it respectful. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a reckless, G and no shit like that, but I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and I'm a very honorable person.
When being from Screwed Up Click, and I kind of feel like you were a little bit ahead, slightly ahead of the kind of like H-Town national craze. I kind of feel like you were like probably the first dude in that class of of your peers that really popped.
Correct.
I'm talking like obviously the Chameleonaires, the Paul Walls. You were kind of first.
I was first.
Yeah.
I was the first person like out of that wave. We had Lil Troy, he went platinum.
Right, but I just mean in terms of just I feel like
the age bracket and
the
age
era.
Yeah. But I was just saying, we had Troy.
Shout out Lil Troy, want to be a baller, man.
Yeah, we had that like right before like the shit started going on, but yeah, definitely I was first.
Was there ever any like, because Swisha House had kind of, Michael 5000 Watts was chopping and screwing shit as well. Was there ever any sort of static between the Screwed Up shit and the Swisha House shit?
It was.
Well, and it like, because obviously everyone ends up on that Source cover, right? Which was a crazy cover.
Right.
The Don't Mess with Texas cover.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mom was on that cover.
Right.
But did that like what was like your take on like seeing Swisha House come out and kind of obviously, DJ Screw started chopping and screwing shit, but it also was like a Houston thing as much as it was his thing that he created, but what was your take on the Swisha House movement, kind of being on the other side of things?
I'm in a Screwed Up clique, so like I'm an understandable person, you know what I mean? So a lot of members was like, oh shit, what is that? What's going on? They're doing what we doing. And my whole take, I just feel like, hey man, we inspired some people to do what they do. You know what I mean? So I didn't look at it, like some of the other members looked at it. You had some people that was like they didn't like it, and you had some people that was like, hey man, shit. They expressing themselves. They want to, you know what I mean? We motivated some people to, you know what I mean? So that's how I always looked at it. And that's one of the reasons I'm the first person out the Screwed Up clique to go do a freestyle on the Swisha House tape. So I got my biggest freestyle is on a Swisha House tape.
Which freestyle was that?
It's a mixtape called I-45 and it's a record like We Blow Window. I might be on Jay Leno. They be like, Flip, can you listen to my demo? I say, nah, nigga, I got shows to do. After the concert, I got hoes to screw. Like, that's a classic freestyle that's like, motherfuckers scream that shit like word for word. And so I was always going over there. I got family that's on the north side. So in the midst of the North Side and South Side beef. I was always on the North Side anyway, like, cause I don't. At the end of the day, the way I feel, we Houston. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's about unity for me. So, my biggest freestyle is on the Swisha House tape.
That's crazy.
And I'm in a Screwed Up Click.
What can you tell us about that Source magazine cover? Was everyone there at the same time?
Yep.
What was that like? What was
it was a great day. I played dominoes with Jay Prince, Senior. And we was on a ranch. That was one of the inspirations to me, buying a ranch and cattle. So just being on the ranch and hearing about the ranch and just being there. And
because who was on that cover? It was you,
Face, Rose, Slim, Paul,
Chamillionaire,
Pimp C, Bun B,
Chingo Bling, which was random, but
I don't think he was on the cover. I think he was on the inside.
Yeah, you had to open it.
Oh, you had to open it?
Yeah, I think because it was the cover was like one of those fold out
ones.
I still have the magazine.
Damn, but I remember him being there. Yeah, because like the ones I still got some copies of that in my studio, but that particular one I don't think.
Maybe he was on the inside.
Out.
Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was inside. But yeah, everybody was there, bro. It was a cold day. That's why I had on a fur. It was a cold ass fucking day, and we did some kind of like pass the mic freestyle that same day too. It was cool, man. I mean, it was cold.
Was it probably the last day that all those people were together all at once, huh?
Man, when you put it like that, probably so.
It's a lot of people to get in one place.
Probably so, because we lost Pimp C. Long live Pimp C.
Yep.
Smoke some bitch in memory of Pimp C.
Yeah, that was a big moment because it encapsulated just kind of the movement that was going on at the time. Definitely. Why do you think that movement didn't have a lot of longevity commercially? Because it felt like there was like a 3 or 4 year window where it was like and then it kind of just started to, I don't know if it was G Unit, running with shit, or it just hip hop kind of shifted.
Right. I know part of the reason is, what's the word? Evolving, right? Every coast, every town has their own lingo, their own slang, words that they say, things that they do. So for us, the candy paint, the double cups, the diamond teeth, that's us, right? That's our culture. Like we live, it's in us. It's not a fad for us, right? So it was
a fad for the rest of the country.
Right. So they thought it was a fad. And so everybody started getting grills where they're talking, funny, can't really talk, and just, double cups, all this stuff that we started. And so, man, it's just like some people didn't want to keep hearing about candy paint, popping trunks, grills, you know what I mean? And then at the same time, some artists like, okay, if you make a record that's about a certain topic, right, and it goes, gold or whatever the case may be, plenty fanfare, you're gonna replicate that. People are gonna be in your ear. You need another one of those,
right? So
then you go back in the studio and you try to make another one of those,
especially back then, yeah.
Right. So it's like
they probably were on your head like, we need another Sunshine,
right. and me, I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna create. It has to happen organically.
Did they ever try to force you in to do a Ashanti record back then?
Like a record with her?
Yeah. Because Sunshine was so big, like, and at the same time, like Ashanti's on, like, everything.
Nah, they didn't. They never forced a Ashanti record. I was able to do one with Beyonce. I did Naughty Girl.
Yeah, you did the Naughty Girl. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's and then I did a remix with Kelly Rowland, Can't Nobody, and I hate that record didn't do what it should have did.
Sure, I forgot about Naughty Girl.
Yeah,
what's that like getting the call from Beyonce?
Man, it's dope. I mean, it was like they actually performed like my single off of the Leprechaun, I Can Do That. They actually performed there like in Houston at like a big show back in the day. Like I forgot what arena. I don't know if it was the Toyota.
I feel like she's always paying homage when she can,
Yeah,
even to this day.
Nah, till this day.
Yeah.
But now that was a dope moment, and then she called me out the blue and was like, "Hey, I want to ship you some of this Ivy Park." So I got this big
box of Ivy Park,
big Adidas box delivered, and a letter, and that was dope. And we were label mates, so it's cool. So Thank you for the clothes, Mrs. Nose.
Thanks for the clothes, Miss Nose. There it is.
How should I say? Respectfully, Mrs. Carter.
I don't know. Did she take the name?
Hey, I don't know, but you got to show respect to the
yeah.
to the 100%
king, shout out to Hov.
Yeah,
Hey, I don't want to dive into the T.I. thing because you've talked about it to the death, but I never remember what was the origin of your guys' issue back in the day.
I got a song with Easy the Black Captain called "How Many Times." It's on his album Himothy. And
Himothy, by the way, everyone's saying that now.
Yep. And how many times y'all gonna ask me about this?
There it is. He said, "Go listen to it." What up? We got to interrupt the interview real quick to tell you about our people at Blue Chew. Don't forget to go to bluechew.com. Use the promo code Bootleg right now and get your first month free. All you got to do is pay $5 in shipping. It's the, fellas, the game changer. That's all I'm going to say. You pop the Blue Chew and your dick is on 1,000,000. Man, I'm not saying it makes it bigger, but it feels bigger. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Look, same active ingredient as Cialis and Viagra, minus the awkward visits to the doctor's office. All right, it's all over the phone. It's so easy. They ship it right to your door in discreet packaging. I don't know if you're going through erectile dysfunction because you're stressed out at work. Maybe you just need a little extra hump with wifey. Whatever it is. Maybe you just want to take a Blue Chew and beat your dick like it stole something just to feel like, damn, that shit's hard, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Go to bluechew.com. Use the promo code Bootleg right now, and you will save all money. It's free. Yeah, you'll get a whole month for free. BlueChew.com, promo code Bootleg for a whole month for free, delivered to your door discreetly. No doctor's appointments, no awkward visits. Same Viagra, Cialis ingredients. Man, what are you waiting for? Go do that. He walked off. Well, there it is. We'll change subjects.
That's your viral moment. But the song
addresses it.
Yeah. Like my verse starts off, look, I don't want to talk about the streets no more. And I don't want to talk about the beef no more.
Right.
Deuce on my hip or you can meet fo. You go to war with a vampire, teeth go show. But anyway, what was the question again?
I was just curious.
That was the perfect moment for you to
plug
use
it. Yeah.
And then you use this clip and make this
to promote the interview. No, I was just curious. Like the initial just kind of conflict. Like what was the origin of it?
It was some petty stuff. Like me and him, we actually have each other number. We probably text here and there.
Yeah.
We talked about me coming on his podcast and him coming on mine. So we go schedule.
That would be dope.
Yeah. So we go schedule it where we're filming both at the same time. So we had dialogue on it. But what I will say, like, it was really super petty, and it was something that I tried to nip in the bud before it spiraled out of control. You know what I mean? Because, I know how things can get out of hand.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that Jay Prince, being the OG that he is, decided to step in and say, you know what? Like, I can't let two youngsters, you know what I'm saying, young cats from the South. Yeah, two kings. And at the end of the day, we both talked about it, laughed about it, and he was like, man,
kept it moving.
Yeah, he was like, man, we was kids. So it's out to the G, but it was petty, and I've moved past it, man.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You and Zero, this is so you guys have two joint projects?
We did Kings of the South Part 1.
And Part 2's coming, or is
Part
it out?
2 is coming, yeah.
Okay.
And Part 2 is just like music, like Kings of the South 1, we was in a different mode back then. It was, a lot going on, but Part 2, the fans keep asking because he's the king of the ghetto.
Right.
And I'm the freestyle king. You know what I mean? So, and that's one of the big things, even with my movie I'm working on, it's called King Life.
Mm-hmm.
It's about like people fighting for that one spot. But if you really go back in the days, like it was multiple kings. This king ruled this area and this radius.
Of course.
Right. So we're so competitive in hip hop, and then where we come from, you want to be the number one guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can be the number one guy in your section. You can be. So that's what my movie is about. Like people coming together. Everybody want that number one spot, but hey, we all can be number one.
Do you think Zero gets enough flowers in terms of just like? I feel like somehow like he obviously being incarcerated during a lot of that era of H-Town, but like in terms of just like his ability as an artist, you know, he's obviously a legend in your city, and I just feel like he never probably got his flowers nationally that he probably deserves.
I don't feel like they play Zero music like they need to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Unless you go to Houston and they play the...
But they play it, you know, his fan base is crazy,
No,
man.
he's got a crazy fan base for sure.
And I feel like they go see. Mm-hmm. That's why, that was one of the main things why it was so important for me to put Free Him on my cover, because a lot of times, you know, it's a stigma of when you get this major deal, the record label, you know, they change you and, you know, you sell your soul.
Right.
I believe in God, so I'm not gonna compromise my manhood, my integrity, my morals, my principles for no money.
Right.
So that's why all my deals, I was able to do what I wanted to do. Even with the G Unit mixtape, she was asking how I get on there. Because when I came to New York, I was saying, if I want to take over New York, I need to rap next to the greats. So I was with Dipset on all the Cam mixtapes, doing records. I'm with G Unit. Buck was already my homie. Who Kid put me on mixtapes and stuff like that.
Yep. I remember all those tapes.
So I had to go in like, I'm gonna show you that there's some people from Houston that don't just rap about popping trunks and candy paint. I rap about that shit as well, but I know how to limit how much I talk about that because I'm thinking worldwide. But back to Zero, I just wanted to go into that G Unit. Yeah. How did I end up on the mixtapes? Because I knew I needed to rap next to the greats and show them that somebody in Texas can rap as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And so, but yeah, with Zero, man, that dude, bro, when we get in the studio, our vibe is like me and my cousin Big Shasta, me and Big T, rest in peace, Big T. He's the one who sung the hook to Wanna Be a Baller. He died. So those are the three people that when I get in the studio, it's like, you know what I mean, magic, you know what I mean? All that, like,
right.
It's, we
effortless,
get it in. And his hooks and the way he constructs his melodies. He was actually the first, you know, rapper really, you know, singing and rapping. You know what I mean? You know.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I feel like did somebody just try sampling Sunshine or just put out like a remix, like a new version of it? Am I tripping?
Man, it's funny you said that, because I'm trying not to give away, but okay. So look,
maybe someone played me a sampled version of it that isn't out yet, or something. I just feel like it's about time somebody tries to remake Sunshine,
bruh. It's crazy. So it's a two-way part to that story. I'm not gonna say who the artist is, but okay. So on the way out here, though, I got a DM and an artist hit me and was like, "Hey, man, I remade. Well, what's your information? What's going on, OG?" And we exchanged information. Then he called. I text like, "Hey, this me, like me." Then he called. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just gave the gender, huh? It's cool.
So he called.
Yeah. He called. It's a guy. It's a guy. So he hit me up and he was like, "Man, I remade, the record, Sunshine. I flipped it." And he was like, "Man, I gotta let you hear it." And we talked a little business or whatever.
Major artist? Like a major label artist, rather?
Major. Yeah.
Okay.
Major. Yeah. The crazy part, one of his plaques in this motherfucker. But I'll tell you off the air.
I can tell you who it is. Hold on.
But we'll make this a bet. If you can guess. Nope.
It's not YG?
Nope. So you look, you owe me 7 grams of some Zaza.
Damn. I feel like someone played me somebody played me a record and I was like, "Oh, it's about time someone flipped
it." And it's so crazy. Peep this though. That happened the other day. Now, a year ago, another artist was working on a project and hit me, and his producer was like, "Hey."
It's such a great record. And you know what's crazy about that record is it's like, to this day, it still is such a great gold record that radio stations have to play. Because it's just one of those ones, it's like, it's never going to go away.
Man, hey, and I love when it come on, the way it possessed ladies and stuff. But the other artist hit me like a year ago, his producer, and I actually had recorded a verse on that version. So it's 2 artists that contacted me to do it. The other one, I don't know, it didn't come out or whatever. But
yo, so let me ask you this: you're involved in the metaverse. Obviously, the crypto shit just crashed pretty crazy. NFTs are crashing like crazy right now.
Yeah.
What is your like thoughts? Because like obviously, somebody like Snoop Dogg, who's murdering it right now.
Right.
I can't even listen to Doggy Style on Spotify anymore. You got to go buy the NFT.
Man,
I don't even know how to buy a fucking NFT.
Man.
But what are your thoughts just on the whole metaverse, and like, is there a way to take advantage of it as an artist without worrying about whether or not the NFT market crashes, or like, because obviously crypto, NFT, metaverse, they all kind of go hand in hand, but they're also very separate. Because I can go home and throw on my Oculus and play a game in the metaverse, and it's not the same thing as, you know. So you're obviously doing concerts. You're involved in the metaverse shit. Like,
correct.
Talk about your involvement in that and just your thoughts on that whole shit.
Well, see, a lot of times the communities, they have a problem when a person tries to, like, you know, take advantage of that, when you try to use. So I believe in using the word like utilize, right? And then I believe in reaching my people. So I'm a painter. I paint art. I do shoes, skateboards, hats. I draw, like my jewelry, my tattoo. You know what I mean? I draw. So like, when it comes to art and our people, and you know, the percent of people that are labeled weird because we might throw on a green shirt with a orange pair of pants, right? And to the average eye, they'll be like, that doesn't match. But when you elevate to a certain level of being fly, what if you look in the mirror and you like that shit?
That's all that matters.
That's all that fucking matters.
Right.
Right? So everybody has to do something one time to become a trend, right? So the metaverse and just the people that I'm still able to interact with that are fans and that, you know, that are higher thinkers, people that are looking at life from a different angle, they usually buy into people that are like them, right? And when you have a brand and you're able to always show the promoter or the artist or the fan, people that spend money with me or show that they support me, I always go out my way to be like, thank you. I'm gonna take that extra picture. I'm gonna give you exotic pop. I'm gonna do, you know, whatever the fuck, just because you told me my music got you through this and that. So I show fans and people love. So people that are there, wherever my fans are, or wherever there are people who strive to surround themselves with great people and make money and leave generational wealth behind for their family and not be on some dumb shit, not easily, you know, swayed, you know, like
right.
I'm creating stuff for people that are thinkers and coming up with different ways that people who want to be involved in the music industry can invest in other artists. Like I'm working on some other apps that's going to actually help a lot of artists get investors and have people around the world to be able to have stake in certain things.
Well, that's smart, because I always because there's a guy named LaRussell out of Vallejo, California.
Vallejo.
So he's doing something similar for his music. He's like, yo, if you can invest in this song and I give you a chunk of it from DistroKid.
Right.
So I feel like for up and coming artists, if someone believes in you enough, if there's a place you could point them to be like, yo, you can go purchase a stake in whatever this album is or whatever, and you can help bankroll what I'm trying to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a platform that's missing.
Yeah.
For independent, especially for independent artists.
Hey, man, I'm one of them type of people, bro. Like, I want to leave music in better shape, in business in better shape than it was before I came, right? Like, so if you think about the era that came before me and the way their contracts were,
right.
Some of them still became millionaires,
and some of them still suck. The contracts,
right.
The contracts still,
right. And then think about the artists that came out before them, the people in the 50s, and when they were getting paid 1 penny. And,
it's crazy.
And you know, but the cost of living was way lower,
right,
still it was
still
like,
crazy. It's still crazy.
Still crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
So now the era that came after me, and the era, the artists, they're making a whole bunch of money at a faster rate. You know what I mean? So, you know, money management and just, it's a lot of different things that, you know, these artists should do and learn to do with their money, and learn how to treat people with more respect, because you never know when you're going to see the same people coming down. That's if you come down, though.
Yeah, that's real. Yo, man, Houston's obviously in a great place now. Two of the biggest artists in the fucking world are Travis and Megan. How do you feel like just the scene locally is doing right now? Outside of those two, because obviously they're fucking out of here. But just in terms of just like the underground scene, I guess, if you will. Like,
man, I mean, you got, as far as like newer artists, you got, Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker's killing it.
You got Propane.
Propane's been dope for a while too.
Yep. You got Maxo Cream.
Just put out a crazy record with Benny the Butcher. Shout out Maxo.
I'm trying not to leave. You got Toby. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so
I always fuck his name up too.
So I just Toby.
He's incredible.
Yeah. Man, it's talent out there, man. It's a lot of youngsters. OMB, Bloodbath, a lady named Lady Isis. It'd be hard.
Ken the Man's from Houston.
Yeah,
she's on the freshman cover. Shout out to her.
It's a lot of artists, man. I don't want to fucking forget.
It's crazy too, because now like I feel like Houston, I don't feel like we acknowledge Houston as like one of the big cities. Still, like right now, if you really look at like who's popping in hip hop, like Houston is like, and also people love to go to Houston and record. Yeah. Like Houston is like a place people really enjoy to just.
Oh yeah. Nah, a lot of the artists they come out.
I know people who move there. Like a lot of people just live there because there's no state tax. The food's good. The strip clubs are amazing. Yeah, the property's not too crazy.
Oh yeah, nah, that's where we play Monopoly out there. It's Realopoly, like my board game. Like, bro, that's why we love it where we at. Yeah, we can.
Run it up.
We don't never have to leave. If we never, wanted to leave, we would be
kind of in the middle of everything. Bruh. Quick flight to Atlanta, quick flight to LA.
Yeah, the hub, man. And when y'all do go to Houston, turkey leg hut. Get the Alfredo.
Is that your spot?
No, that's my homie, Lynn and his wife.
What's a turkey leg hut?
Yes. Hey, get the shrimp Alfredo turkey leg with the rice.
That sounds amazing.
Like it's like stuffed and man. Listen.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, I am too. As soon as I get done with this.
Well, there it is. Look, Lil Flip, new music coming.
Oh yeah, Art of Freestyle 3.
Coming soon.
Art of Freestyle 3.
We're going to get to some freestyling.
Oh yeah, August 19th, man.
Different YouTube video.
Definitely. Then after that, I'm dropping Funge and Flip. And then, me and Zero, we got Kings of the South Part 2. On Tonight video is out right now doing numbers. Check it out. Flipping Zero. FA. Much love, my guy.
Shout out my guy, FA.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out Dice Soho, FA, the homies. Yes, sir. FA's a good guy, man.
He did.
Let's get it.